Okay, so I'm going to show you. Alright, welcome back to another Reptile Jones video. And this video I'm going to show you what I picked up when I went to that last show. So first of all, I got two new tarantulas. This here is an OBT. We'll try to get a better shot of it. And then in here is a pink toad. Now it really wasn't labeled other than pink toad, so I'm not really for sure exact, but we'll figure that out later. This is simply a pet. I have no plans of trying to breed any of this, so the exact isn't too important to me, but we'll try to figure that out later. And we're just going to set those aside for now. We're going to show how I'm going to set them up. And then we also picked up this. Now I've been wanting to get an emperor scorpion, but those are a little bit harder to come by these days. They are out there, but it takes a little longer to find them. But I did end up picking up this. This is a Asian forest scorpion. So we've already seen in a previous video that I had a cage, this cage set up for one. So we're going to go ahead and set this guy up first. Then the OBT is going to just stay in that cup because it's still a small sling and there's really no reason to move it into something bigger yet. And then you might recognize this as the old Be Vegans cage. I have converted it to where now it is a vertical cage and it will be for the pink toad. I didn't really do a build on this because, well, this is the first time I kind of messed with anything like this, and for real it kind of really shows like I really didn't get the door as good as I thought I could. And then just using, let's see if we can't get to focus on it instead of me, using super glue to attach this piece here as a handle. Left some fogging on there, which is pretty typical, and this is just some plastic I got from work. I drilled a hole and put a screen over it, but it's kind of messy. The whole thing is actually kind of messy, just the way the glue has kind of, and I used super glue, and it was last week, so it doesn't even smell anymore, so yeah, we're pretty good. There's no residual smells. I'm pretty confident that, you know, it's going to be safe. But however, it did kind of fog up the plastic here, so it makes it look a little more dirtier. But this was the first time I ever kind of played around with modifying one of these. So this is what we got. I'm going to show you how I'm going to build it. I got some cork bark that I cut down that will fit in here. We'll go ahead and I'll show you that process, and we'll get the tarantula in here, and of course we'll get this guy moved over and into his setup, and we'll start with that first. Okay, so what we're going to move the scorpion into for at least a short-term thing is just this plastic unit here. Has a nice locking lid. I don't know if you remember, but we got the soil substrate here. A couple pieces of cork bark for, you know, the animal to kind of hide under. This side actually shows a little better. It does kind of create a cave. So let's go ahead and take this top off. Be easier to put the scorpion in. And yeah, we're looking pretty good here. So we're going to, let's adjust the camera a bit if we can. There we go. And I'm gonna block it just a minute, but oh, it's definitely ready. Can you see it's got its claws up and everything. Oh yeah. Can I get you a shot without getting, the lighting isn't all that great. Let me turn this a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see it. So we're going to set it down there. I'm gonna use this little paintbrush to maybe kind of coax it out, see what it's going to do. Yeah, it's quite aggravated. Let's see. It's been a long time since I've had a scorpion, so yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about it. Come on. Come on. I'm going to try to, oh, you can't see. I'm going to try to coax it out onto this, and then we'll use that to hopefully lower it in. No. There. Can you guys even see that? Camera, work with me. Okay, it did exactly what I figured it would do, and it wouldn't hide. So we're going to, let's go ahead and just not stress the animal out anymore. And so let's not have this animal stressed anymore than what it is. But yeah, is that a good shot? I can't see the screen. No, it just is too dark. Okay, so we've got the enclosure for the pink toad, which will sit like that. It's got a hinge front door. What I want is for this piece to sit in there. Oh, you guys can't see. Okay, so I'll put it on its side, but once it's in there, it's going to leave, let's see if we can't get this on. Gonna leave a cavity back there behind it, so that way the tarantula can go back there and kind of build its little den or little web hiding place if it wants. Plus it also makes it easier for it to climb on this. So what I'm going to do is just simply, I've cut a flat edge here, and that's going to be pressed up against one side, so it sits in there like that. We're just going to use super glue here to bond it to that, so that's what I'm going to do right now. And I'm just going to put a generous amount on the middle of this thing, and then we'll put it in place. So we want it in there approximately like that. I don't know if that's going to hold. We might have to use silicone instead. But we're going to give this a moment to dry and we'll come back to it and see if it held. Okay, so some time has passed. It didn't really hold. It seems more like the cork may have absorbed it. I've got some clear super silicone here. We're just going to put some there and then just put it in the same place as we had it before. So we're not going to go too crazy on this. Just kind of put a bead in the middle. Something like that, not too much. Put it in place where we want it. Kind of wiggle it back and forth to just really kind of, even out that silicone, so that way we get good surface contact. It already feels better than what the super glue did, so we are going to let this sit. This will probably have to, well, most definitely have to sit overnight to get rid of the fumes of the silicone to ensure that it's totally cured. So once the smell is gone, we'll continue this build.